Child.
Can we give it up for the Lord Jesus right here? Won't he do it?
Welcome back to the C&T Review.
This is where we review anything from food to fashion and everything in between.
And we got some exciting things to talk about. But before we get started, you already know the drill. Do us a favor and like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time we release a video.
And that's on period.
Period.
So you saw that title and you clicked on that video, so you know what we're about to talk about today, right?
Yeah.
So like we said last week, we are going on a food tour in Philadelphia. So stop number 2 is a little French bistro in a little town right outside of Philadelphia called Ambler. The bistro is called the Planchette Bistro and Creperie. I said that right? You know we had to Google how to, because we didn't want to butcher the language. Alright. So Planchette the menu is described as comfort French food with a Mediterranean flair. It is currently open on Tuesdays to Saturdays for lunch and dinner, and then brunch will be added. So, you know, just to let y'all know on those hours so that y'all can, you know, if y'all want to take a little stop over at Ambler,
yes,
y'all should. Alright, so like we said last week, we are going to be covering 4 areas. That is the ambiance, customer service, food, the taste of the food, very important, and was it worth the price? And then at the end, we will give you our recommendation of whether or not we think that our loyal followers should, and new followers, should take a visit to Planchette. So, Chloe, let's start up with ambiance.
Okay, so when we walked into this restaurant, first of all, it was the cutest little thing. I think every turn, it was like, oh.
That's essentially what happened.
Like when we first came in, it was like a little, I don't know, that was like a little wall. So it was like, where is everything? You had like a peek around.
You did, yeah.
This is so nice. I felt like I was like really outside of anything normal to me, and that's because, you know, obviously y'all don't know this, but I've never been to France, but it seemed like I stepped into a legit French restaurant in France. It was really beautiful, like the art, the style of how they just set up the restaurant, everything. It was just beautiful. What did you think?
Yeah, they had little Eiffel Towers situated all throughout like the restaurant. It was so cute. I like that it was like a bistro type of feel. It wasn't like this overpowering restaurant. It was kind of small and quaint, which I really liked. If you guys don't know, I have been to France. Sorry, Chloe.
Yes, disclaimer. She went without me, but that's neither here nor there. Go ahead.
The opportunity was presented, guys.
And she left me. Go ahead.
I did. I apologize. But I have been to France, and I remember there was this small little like bistro that I went to out there, and it was so cute, and this kind of reminded me of that. It was just I loved like that it was small, that it wasn't just some like big old like chain restaurant or something. Like it felt so unique. So I really enjoyed that. It was so cute. And our waiter was just so cute. Oh,
yeah, it was adorable. We'll talk about him later though.
I mean, or now, because we can just go right into the customer service. We don't know his name. I don't know what it is, because it's the same thing that happened last week at the diner. Yeah. They don't be introducing their names.
No.
But outside of that, he was so cute and so nice. He was married, right?
I think so. I saw a ring. I did look.
You always gotta look. But no, but I think also he was older, so
it was not like that.
It was not like that, but he was adorable though, and like he was just so sweet. And he was like the only one working there. Yeah. So I don't know.
Like, where are your friends?
Yeah,
but
like
it was really small though.
It was a really small thing, but then it kind of like got busier as like time went on. But that's what I really liked about the customer service. Even though it did get busier, so more and more people came in, it never felt like we were still overlooked.
Yeah.
This man convinced us to get dessert.
He did.
And he wasn't going to. And he gave us a free little ice cream.
Because he loves us.
Yes. So
we were the only, well, no, we're going for a while, we were the only people to come over there.
You know what I mean? But
he was like,
yeah. So I really like that. I really like that. Like even when other people came in, it just didn't feel. We just still didn't feel like left out and stuff like that. Oh, and also, what if y'all don't know, over in European dining is like a little different than American dining. Like American dining is so fast. Like I remember at the diner, we were like, we got our hot chocolates, then immediately after we got all this food. Yeah. So we didn't, she got her soup, I think. Yeah. So she didn't even have time to like really like enjoy the soup because we got all our food. But European dining is different. They really like take their time and make sure that you can enjoy each dish. Yeah. And that's how it felt too. Like he brought out our first, and then he didn't bring out the second until we were done. Yeah. And I think that allowed us to eat everything we had because we had time to like digest the food and stuff. I thought that was cool. What about you?
I didn't have any leftovers, which was sad, but oh well.
I know she's the queen of leftovers. She's the queen of cutting in half and be like, can I have a box?
I'm the princess and my mom is the queen. Oh, okay. My mom. We used to be like, why is she taking this for leftovers? But as an adult who pays bills,
I know.
I appreciate it. Okay.
The leftovers are good. I'm just a person
they come
that
in clutch.
So I'm
like, they come clutch. I'm like, I need lunch.
They do come in clutch. I have food. What else? What did you think about customer service?
I don't think nothing to add. He was really great. He was really charming and really nice to us. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing to add. Hey, thanks, friend. You were great.
I know, whatever your name is.
Right.
I feel like I think he might have been the owner because when I was looking up the restaurant, like his picture was on there.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that like maybe.
That makes it 30 times better. I don't know why 30. That was a random number. But it makes it 30. If he was the owner and he was serving us, I love that for us and for him.
I love that. I do too. I really do. I just wish he had some help, maybe a little bit. But the service didn't dwindle, and I think that's great, even when it got busier.
I appreciate it. This brings us to kind of the most important. I mean, other things can be overlooked, and this is so important. The taste of the food. Ciao.
Can we give it up for the Lord Jesus right here? Won't he do it?
But he decided this week
would
give us a favor. Come on.
He said, you know what? Let me bless my children.
That's what he said.
And that's what he did.
That's what he did. Okay.
Praise dance for
Just give her a second. Just give her a second. Okay. So like, I mean, other than, like American French fries, I've never had like French cuisine. And when she suggested it, I was like, this is
different.
And I was looking at the menu and I was like, I want to pick something completely different because I've never had it. So off the bat, I had no expectations because I was like, I don't know what some of this stuff is or means. So whatever. So I was except for French onion soup.
She had to get that because she always gets French onion soup at the diners. So she was like, I gotta get it at a French bistro.
Like, I would be remiss if I went to a French restaurant and didn't get French onion soup. It just makes sense. So
and how did it compare to the diner?
So
Tasha said to her favorite diner, not the diner last week. We just gotta cancel that out.
My favorite diner. Shout out to Empire Diner. Hey. So I think, like I was telling Takora in the restaurant, that it tasted fancy. I was like, ooh. And I think a slight difference compared from being in a diner, my favorite diner, which makes it really great, and being in this French restaurant. It's like, one of I couldn't put my finger on it until after I was done, but one of the main differences was how the cheese was like really cooked. So if you get a French onion soup, it's covered in cheese. And like most diners, it's like just one goob. Which is melted. Sometimes there's a little bit of little crisp on it, but the way this was like completely crispy, and I was like,
it's good. Nice.
It was so good. So what I'm saying, I was like, it's not worse or better than my favorite. It's just different, but also like really amazing. That was just a soup. But I was like, I have to get it. But like, I got crepes for the first time.
A salmon crepe.
Before that.
Oh yeah.
We had escargot, which if you don't know is snails. So we shared that, and we had the cutest little fork to get it out of its little shell. We were like,
first we were confused. We were amateurs, and we were. They gave us like this clam thing, and then a fork, and we were like, we probably should use the clam to hold it, but no, we were savages.
With our fingers.
Picked our jewels up with our hands and was like picking through it, picking out of it and stuff like that. That's what we did.
But you know what? It was delicious.
It was
It was delicious and it was worth every little stand.
Not stab.
So the snails were great. It was like, this is interesting. And I was like, you know what, this is really good. So that was good. And I had crepes my first time. A salmon crepe,
right? Yeah.
Ciao. First of all, it looked so beautiful. I thought it was dessert. I was like,
yeah, I did too.
What did I order? And then I'm like, let me cut into it. And I'm like, okay. And I got to like the heart of it, and I was like, this is so special. Like, you know, it was like not this basic, like, here you go. Well, not to say other restaurants are basic, but you know, each country and each, you know, continent has their own special things. But like, I was like, this is so like, like, wow.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about your food?
So I ended up getting the what they call Bistro Frites, which is just French fries, but they're special French fries. So it has like bacon and cheese and all up on it. First of all, they blessed my life.
I tasted them, they were great.
All of it. Understood every assignment.
Every assignment.
Like flying colors, because if like Chloe was like, they tasted like Old Bay kind of, or crab fries.
Yeah.
And they did, but better.
Yeah, but like the fancy.
It is so funny. So I'm gonna tell you guys our little moment that we had. So we were like driving to a restaurant, and we were like, oh, we haven't really had French cuisine like that, right? And so this is our little special moment. And we was like, yeah, you know, I think on every menu that we looked at before we decided on Planchette, we had looked at several French restaurants, and they all had like Bistro Frites, like French fries. And I was like, yeah, except for like, I was like, yeah, French fries. And literally in my brain, I was like, French fries. I was like, it makes sense why they would like, I was like, are French fries in a French invention? I still didn't Google that.
Oh,
so
yeah, we still did.
We didn't put that in the comments. But I was like, is that why they're called French fries? Because they're a French invention and we just Americanized all of it? It's okay because we had another moment like that later, which we'll get there once we talk about the dessert. So then I got these French fries, amazing, and I ended up getting a crepe too, and I got a seafood crepe, and it was like this orange sauce. So if y'all don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of like darker sauces like tomato sauces or whatever. I'm like a white sauce sort of thing. So red sauces are not really fully my thing. So they set it down, but it looked delicious. I took one. I said,
hallelujah.
I tasted it also.
I said, why? Why is it so good?
Really
Ate all of it. Ate all of it. Every last bit. Everything that was put in front of me, we ate.
Yep.
And it was kind of insane. And then we ended up getting dessert to go, which this goes back to the great customer service. He was so nice. He was like, you want to just look at the dessert? And we were just like, I guess. So he brought out the tray of desserts.
That is so cool. Like, I love that it's not like a menu. Like, here's what we had. It's like literal a tray.
So you can actually see
and be like,
what
we
it
got
looks like.
this, and this.
That's
and
how
this.
they get you.
And it's like, you want it, don't you? And
That's
like,
how,
of
yeah,
course
I
I
want it. And it was amazing. And then he had extras. Because then he started talking about a whole bunch of crepes, right? And so then he said, cannoli crepe.
And I was like, I literally was like, you can stop right there because that's what she's getting.
I love cannolis. And I was like, cannoli crepe, I absolutely want. And then you got
I got a lemon cake. Yeah, I got a lemon cake. And it's funny because he was like, she had been looking, someone at another table had ice cream. She was like, that looks so good. And I was like, you sure you want ice cream? She was like, no, it's fine. I was like, I have ice cream at home. And I was like, but you don't have this ice cream.
See what type of friend she is.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
And he was like, I'm gonna get you a little ice cream.
On the house and stuff like that. I was like, first of all, he was so nice. So then he brought out the ice cream. We tasted it. Blew my mind away.
So good.
And then we were like, what flavor is this? And I was just like, she was like, Chloe said, maybe it's vanilla. And I was just like, that's what I was thinking, but it just doesn't taste like vanilla. She was like, maybe it's French vanilla. I was like,
mind blowing. We legit lost our minds in that restaurant. We were like, French vanilla? And I was like, wait, do they even have regular vanilla in France? Or is it all
just
French vanilla? Oh my God.
not us being Americans.
We're so American.
We're so American. That's not good. We need to focus.
I love that for us though. That's hilarious. We were like mind blown.
We were losing our mind blown in that place. But you know what? Let us know if we're the only ones. Please tell us we're not the only ones.
Don't leave us hanging. We're not the only ones, and you know it.
Okay, so this is hard to say if it was worth the price, right? Only because, so it was delicious, but also expensive.
Okay.
And I mean, I did get food for my sister, so that made my meal a little higher. So I'm going to, if I just take what I got, it actually probably wasn't that bad. If I take what I got, they came to about, let's see here, 10, 30, like $50. So that's actually not that bad for three, the appetizer, dinner, and dessert.
Yeah.
So that's actually not that bad. So I'm going to say yes, it was totally worth the price. Just be prepared to
spend a little bit.
Just spend, it is French cuisine.
Yeah.
And so I think I think you pay for quality, and this quality was just really, really good. So I would say yes, I think it was worth the price.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I had snails, so I mean. I will say the soup was a little expensive, but
that was expensive for French.
It was for the size of the bowl, but I mean, honestly, I had no business eating anything larger than that. So I mean, but because it's French onion soup and a French, I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
She kept asking how much was it? I said I don't know, because it didn't matter. I was eating it anyway. I was going to order.
And then when we discovered how much it was, our minds were blown. We was like, say what?
I was like, okay, this is why people who are rich go to.
Yeah, this is just a one-time sort of. This is not a diner thing where you're just like, oh, let's go to diner. This is a
This is you planned out weeks in advance.
Exactly. Some money for it because you want to have some French cuisine.
Yeah, because you're fancy.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say it was worth it for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mine was a little bit over, but I had the soup on top of the appetizer and then my entree and the dessert. But you know what? Don't judge me.
Yeah, okay. She had two appetizers, soup and.
But the escargot, there were only little 6 snails, and we shared it. Okay,
yes.
We shared it. So it wasn't like I sat there and was like,
no. Oh no. We shared I shared the fries and stuff like that. But I didn't realize I was like, oh yeah, you had two appetizers. So before we do our recommendations, we're going to go to our ratings. If you guys don't know, our rating system is 1 to 5. 5 is absolutely amazing. 1 is absolutely not. We don't give zeros, so 1 is the lowest we can go, unfortunately.
Yeah, because she'd be trying to do zeros, but we don't allow it.
So we are going to rate on the categories that we spoke about, which is ambiance, customer service, and food.
Yes.
All right, so Chloe first. Ambiance.
Ambiance, I will give it a 5 because it was just the cutest thing, and I just loved it. It was unlike anything.
Yes, I'm going to give it a 4.5. No, it was definitely perfect. It was definitely really, really good. I just don't want to give it to 5. I'm just being petty. But
that's really how it is.
Yeah. But it was really good though. Not being petty.
Cool. Just alright.
Alright. Customer service.
Customer service. I will give him. I give him a 5 because he gets extra points if he's the owner and he was serving us, and he gave us free ice cream. So
yeah, I'm definitely giving him a 5 because he gave us free ice cream. It would have been a 4
if
because he didn't know his name.
Oh yeah,
that's why.
The ice cream.
The ice cream just bumped it up. I didn't care about the man's name because he was sweet and nice, and he gave us free ice cream. So that's a 5 in my book. You give me free food, it's always a pass. You winning. All right, and last but not least, the food.
The food, I will give it a 5. Oh, we was doing that together?
No.
Oh.
I just couldn't wait. Because it was just so good.
Well, obviously it was amazing and we give it a 5.
It was great. Go to this cafe. So it's perfect because it goes to our question. Would you recommend this restaurant to our loyal viewers and to our new followers as well? Chloe?
I would say yes.
Same, absolutely. We was going a little date night.
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend, just be like, you know what, babe.
Guess where I want to go.
I want to go here in Ambler. You know what I mean? You can do all the planning, just have him drive. That's all.
Yeah.
Period. And he pay for it.
And he pay for it.
Because we out here dating.
And he wants to support me.
But it's such a cute place. So absolutely recommend.
So friends, have you ever had French cuisine, whether in America or in France?
Yep.
Let us know in the comments. Also, if you've been to a really great French restaurant and you want us to try it,
Please
let us know. Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
So thank you for tuning in. Join us next week as we go to another stop on our Philadelphia food tour. We will see you then.
This has been another C&T review. Thank you for hanging out with us today. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and check out our other videos. See you next time.
Bye.